Welcome. Awesome. I'm so thrilled to be here, huddling together with you beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous souls again. Oh, it's so close to my heart. And someone knows more.
It's good to be here.
Awesome. I'm so happy to see you. Danielle had a question. She saw this Instagram reel about childhood traumas actually can cause chronic illnesses, whatever the things that people are dealing with, right? If it's still ongoing. So the best way to heal it is actually to go back to clear up those childhood traumas. So otherwise, it can be just persisting. The truth about this, everybody, okay, not only about people having chronic illnesses, right? So everybody's dealing with these childhood traumas, which we call them original traumas.
Yeah.
So then we form patterns to cope with whatever the traumas that we dealt with. So then our whatever the physical manifestations comes into the chronic illnesses or whatever the conditions that people are dealing with, or we come into the emotional kind of conditions. Most people hearts closed, couldn't find love, right? And then there are also people who are dealing with this in a way that they cope in different ways. They come into addictions, right? They come into all sorts of things that just fill that hole, the hole that they created when they were a child. And then many actually also dealing with the weight gain as well. I mean, some of them they tried everything and just couldn't lose weight. It always comes back because there are many different roles that they play, right? So some of it because there's a hole to fill, so you're always like wanting more, need more, so then they put on more. And then there's addiction, there's a connection with the sugar, and there's also the protection, right? But what we're talking about here is in the first category, which is the physical manifestation comes into the chronic conditions like what you're experiencing with the high blood pressure. And this is absolutely the root of everything. Because most people, we think, oh, yeah, you know what, I'm ready to move on. And many people actually, they tell me, oh, I have dealt with enough and I think I have done. But if you look at your condition, if it's still persisting, not only this physical condition persists, what happens is that it's only a reminder. It's a reminder for you certain things that still kind of like in your space, not really allowing you to be fully free, to be the version, I mean, the true version that you are, right? So then you're not set free. And another very important reason why we go back to deal with the childhood traumas is actually to free yourself to be truly who you are. This is where all your power is. Just consider, okay, whatever the version that you're living now, like a miniature of who you truly are. So what's possible is immense. I have helped so many people who are freeing from their chronic conditions. Some of are like this high blood pressure, some of like coughing, which is bronchitis, and some are like back pain and or unexplained pain, and you name it. Because these are things all connected to that root cause. So once that root cause cleared, that's when you actually have more space to function, to be the genius that is you.
Like I said, I just wanted to reiterate that I am obviously taking my power back and moving on and leaving the past in the past. But I just wanted to actually hear what your thoughts were regarding that video where the lady mentioned that you can actually heal your body, from these chronic illnesses by going back to the root cause. And I mean, I wouldn't know where to start.
Yeah. But you see, darling, when you're saying that you're moving forward and forgetting and forgot whatever, that's not the way to move forward. The best way,
Exactly,
you use the word root cause, right? Can you imagine if you have the root cause, down back, you still have the roots and keep causing you. And then most people are doing the same, like they think,
yeah.
we have nothing to do with all of that, right? We're just kind of like attending on the surface and kind of like doing firefighting, addressing whatever the wounds instead of going back down deep and then dig it up. And what happens is that there's so many effective methods, right? And so many ways, especially the one which I'm using is rapid transformational therapy. So what we do is that this is the most effective way, by the way, in the world right now to address this kind of root causes in terms of physical illnesses or anything people are dealing with in their physical, emotional, or mental sphere. So whatever that you are dealing with now, it's kind of like called managing it because it's still there, right? As you said, it's persisting. If it's gone, well, of course. But even though when people are not dealing with physical illnesses, we are constrained in our ways of being in life. I think Selma said she has something that she wants to share regarding this. So basically, when we observe, it's all about that level of freedom. How much are you allowing yourself to be free and to be you, right? Most of the time we observe actually because of those traumas, we have these coping mechanisms. We call them survival mechanisms that we developed so that we can survive. Because when you were young, for sure, your way of seeing the world is completely different from the way you are today, right? How you are seeing the world from the knowledge and the knowing that you have. So if you go back and actually upgrade that, the perception of how you see in the world, upgrade how you dealing with world, your whole uh, your whole system will change. Your whole perception about who you are, how you are in this world, basically, which is your core energy. And this is working on the law of attraction, right? Because you cannot attract what you want. You can only attract what you are. If your core energy is vibrating and still at that wounds, right, which is the trauma, the childhood trauma, you're trying to just cover it up and you're trying to, can you imagine what kind of efficiency that is, right? So we're talking about efficiency, talking about the most effective work is actually dealing with your energy, which means upgrade your energy, which means from the core how you are vibrating. Are you still identifying with those the childhood traumas? But I mean, again, these are in the subconscious mind, which means it's hidden. Subconscious mind means like, the iceberg. We are kind of like the tip, okay? This is the part we know, about 5%. And then all the rest, the 95%, which is totally hidden. You have no way of knowing or seeing and understanding. But if you look at what kind of programs I have in life, you just look at your life. What are you dealing with? And those will be the telling signs of, oh, wow, okay, this is what's been holding me back. No, okay. Knowing that still won't make a difference unless you really connect with your subconscious mind. And I use an analogy before. It's kind of like a genie. You know the Aladdin's lamp, the genie?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we all have that genie inside of us. So the genie is infinitely powerful. It can literally make anything happen like that.
Yeah.
Right? But what happened is that imagine the little kid, which is Danielle, right, growing up and has this and that, which everybody has. Nobody is exception from the childhood traumas. You wouldn't believe some of the clients telling me, "Oh, my childhood is so happy," and blah blah. And then we went back, and it was just like all tears. And it was like this because the child didn't know what the child was already observing. Because when you grow up, we have selective memories, right? We don't remember everything. Because especially those parts we don't want to remember, you actually intentionally like take it out, like you don't want to remember. But when you go back and you see the traumas, they go like, wow, oh, this happened, this is like, and then once that's cleared, the physical, because this person specifically dealing with the back pain, which is disc hernia, those things like popping up and then causing such intense pain. But again, you see, this is how powerful it is. You just need to go back and then see what kind of commands you gave to your genie, especially when you grew up as a kid. Oh, that's when the original commands you gave. So the genie is just there supporting you, thinking that that's what you wanted, and keep creating, even including the high blood pressure that you and your brother is dealing with now. It's just your genie still acting on your command when you gave all those years back, right?
So the thing is, I don't want to obviously focus on the traumas. I do want to move forward. Um, it's the illness and the chronic illness that I would rather than focus on, and how to rid my body of that, because like you say, we are managing it. When we were diagnosed with it, we were placed on treatments, and we have to use this now, like I said, for the rest of our lives. So I would just like to, if it's something that can be cured and not just treated, I'd like to learn more about that and focus on that, and not so much the trauma itself.
Yeah, no, it's not about the trauma. See, the trauma, even when we go back and deal with it, right? It's not about that you're going to relive the trauma, we're going to go dive deep. It's about based on the trauma, because that's the perception we're talking about. We're talking about discovering that original command, what command you gave to your genie. So then the genies keep creating this for you. Remember, we're talking about, yes, you can go through your treatments. You can go through even surgeries, because, all my clients, they went through all of this, but none could help them, just like you said, right? It's just only managing it, and then it keep coming back. In my father's case, even worse. He had been dealing with it for almost 60 years. His chronic bronchitis. He got it when he was a kid. And then until we went back and saw the root cause, and he go like, wow, okay, this is the command I gave to my genie. I don't want this anymore. So then he was able to literally dialogue with the genie, and then let the genie know that, oh, this is absolutely not what I want anymore. Please clear it. And this is what I want. So then he was able to give the new command, which we get to reprogram into his subconscious mind, which is genie got it. So then he got rid of it. It's gone. Like, boom, without any medicine, without any other treatments, just simply go to the root cause. And this is probably by far the easiest, the most effective way to actually deal with it. And then also, because when you go back, it's not about dealing with the trauma, facing it, by no means forced to talk about it or whatever. It's about you discovering what command you gave, and then seeing, also understand that the past is the past. For us, we cannot change about the past, but the meaning you gave about that events, the meaning, the observation, right, you gave, and the belief you formed about yourself, that's still hurting you. That's what's causing you experiencing what you're experiencing today. And then because you're connected with your genie, so you can actually tell the genie, no, this is not what I want anymore. Please clear it. And this is what I want. You can literally reprogram your new life, like the life that you want to live, into the subconscious mind, letting the genie know. So then the genie will carry out naturally from this new command 24/7, without you have to worry about it, have to think about it, or deal with it, and have all these efforts. So this is where the I think the gem is. The gem is about supporting you in the most, let's call it, effective way, and also in the most way which is empowering, and not absolutely about activating the trauma. And then actually you will be empowered to see and to fully conclude and complete and let go, because that has nothing, no power over you anymore. Because otherwise it will still be in there, because you see it's in the subconscious mind. The way that we're dealing with it, just by managing it, it's not effective. As you can see, the whole world is suffering from that. All the traumas, all the illnesses, everybody dealing with stuff is because of those root cause traumas.
So I might be in your part of the world in the next month. So would it be possible to set up a session with you then, so that I can explore this treatment?
Yeah, absolutely. So what I'll do is I'll share with you the schedule link. We will talk separately, in terms of what you're dealing with, also what kind of process so you understand more. Okay, so absolutely, I got you. I got your back. I know someone eager to talk. Just give me a second, okay?
Sorry, Salma.
Yes. So basically, what I want to share also is this. I'm actually in the process of writing a book about this, and then also share with the world the most effective way. What is the, this is actually about cracking the code for being human. Once you crack the code, this is only one thing. And once you have that access, oh, the world start to become such exciting, beautiful place where like opening up, you become this natural attraction point, which allows things to come to you and like new opportunities and new people and new experiences in life are drawn to you because you now have the power to dictate your life instead of letting all these past traumas actually holding it. Yeah. Awesome. And thank you so much for the question. Yes, Selma, I know that you're so eager to contribute. Come on, go ahead.
Finally. So, yeah, this is an interesting part. I used to live my life without knowing what is the term of trauma. And I did so many self-development work, all these kind of things. But the minute I accept the healing part of healing the inner child, uh, everything has been changed and shifted. I become more light, my health improved, my mindset improved, and every time I work on a belief, um, and I start to forgive people that those that they didn't heal their inner child. So I really encourage you to do whatever it takes to enjoy this journey and this path. This led me to be more human, more understanding, compassion to myself first. That I used to have a lot of expectation. I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, I want to do that. While my inner child, when I saw it, it was in a wrapped like this. So how come me today want something from my subconscious mind while the picture there are not matching? Impossible to happen. So after I understood what is going on, I saw Jane post that she's on the same path of healing and all these kind of things, and we become the space of that. I'm very happy to hear your question. I'm very happy that you are up to enjoy it. Enjoy it by all means. This is what I want to say.
Amazing, Selma. And basically, what Selma was saying is this: then, for human beings, probably one of the most exciting thing that we could do is actually by working through our subconscious mind and clear up all these old patterns. Because as I shared with you, science as I also recognize now as human beings, how we function as 5% as a conscious mind. This is the mind where we actually, like right now, where we're awake, we're talking, we're using logic, willpower, and then also all the knowledge we know, right? All your degrees, all your experiences, basically everything you know. This is only about 5%. For some people, even less. So then the other 95% is the subconscious mind, which is, of course, sub means hidden from us. We can't see. And this is the mind which holds our emotional mind. This is where our behaviors, this is where our habits, our patterns, like our likes, dislikes, and things we just keep doing automatically. It's 24/7, right? This is the space where actually all of us, when we grew up, even up to the age of 7, even beyond, we were wide open in our subconscious mind, absorbing everything around us so that we can survive, because that we came in with nothing. Okay, absolutely no menu, nobody telling us how to be human. The best way we can do is just program around ourselves so the environment, so we can survive in that environment, right? So that's what we're talking about. Like the science also recognized more than 70% of what we observed or absorbed in that subconscious mind from those original programming. Most are limited. And also, of course, when we use the negative, which means just limited, not serving your conscious desire and wish. Mostly it's just constraining you and holding you back from achieving or living the dream that you want to live, the life that you want to live. So because that's 24/7, you wake up and you just feel a certain way. You wake up and you just, like doing the things that you keep doing for all these years. Maybe, yes, in your conscious desire and wish that you want to be a certain type and do certain things and live a certain way in life. These conscious desires, most people think, oh yeah, this is what I want. And yes, they also do certain things. Like, for example, we do affirmations and we go about thinking that we're actually heading towards what we want. But the 95% will always make sure that you are steadfastly heading towards the programs because that's more powerful. It's kind of like it's also like a have an auto-correct function, kind of like in the computer or in the phone, right? Some of the cell phones, iPhones are so funny. The autocorrect makes so many mistakes, right? The jokes, it was just like out of this world. It's same like our subconscious system as well with our conscious desires. If you have anything that the subconscious mind does not recognize, it will go into autocorrect mode. It will correct into something that the subconscious mind can recognize. Otherwise, it cannot work. So that's why most people are struggling. Anybody who's struggling with anything in life, money, love relationships, or self-expression, confidence, speaking, all of this is because there's no subconscious programming supporting this desire. So that's why they're struggling. So the best way is actually go back and clear all of that. Because you see, when you talk about high blood pressure, right? So you're dealing with, that means there are certain things that are blocked in your energy body, the system, right? Because of certain events that happen that cause you to have that conversation. So then the command was giving because you are so powerful. So then that's what it is. Right? So this is not only singular in your physical condition, it's everywhere in your life. If you look at it, right, this is the power of subconscious mind. That's why I was saying if you do this work in one area, it lifts out all the other areas, which means how you are as a human being, naturally as a whole being, will show up because you lifted that original command, which is the barrier, kind of like the lid you put on yourself, which means the limit you put on yourself, not allowing you to be who you truly are. So that's when the pressure builds up. I want to also point out is that in our life, you wouldn't believe it, Danielle. It's so incredible. We all have perfect timing, which means when you are ready, things will come, or messages, or something like that. Or like, for example, now you are literally in a space to support you and nurturing for that. And so the intention of this space is also part of it because of that, right? To support people really heal from the root instead of just doing the surface work.
Yeah.
And it's ongoing, it's continuous. Even though when I was sharing with you, yeah, you will experience differently, but after a while, there will be next level because this is how we are as human beings. We're continuously unfolding and also evolving and expanding. So the constant next level, which is very subtle as well as we are evolving and going, because you have obviously awakened. Otherwise, you will not even receive this message. And to recognize that, wow, this is so exciting because the next level is really lies within we clearing and reprogramming the subconscious mind. Because you see, those subconscious programs are not yours. Those are all other people's programs. that you programmed to survive in the first half. But still, because you see, most people, we have no idea because we don't have access anymore. We're still running around with other people's programs. So then your conscious desire and wishes cannot be fulfilled because it doesn't recognize that unless you actually go back and clear those old programming, which is causing you having the issues. So then you make space and then you put in your new program, which is from your conscious wish and desire into the subconscious mind. That's when it's just natural. You wake up and you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to do anything. Your subconscious mind, which is 95% of you, will naturally bring you towards that direction. That's autopilot. That's the power of 24/7. That's what we're talking about. If you want to create anything, right? Perfect health, money, love, relationships, or whatever, that's the way to go. Absolutely the best way. No other way other than the most effective way, because that's how human beings are programmed. If you go back and do the exact same thing, that's when everything is starting to actually line up. And things come to us instead of we chase.
Yeah. Yes, I can see that happening. And I can see how it's, the coping mechanisms that I've used up to now, I can see it it wasn't working and I needed to make a change. And I'm at that point in my life now where I can see, things are aligning for me and I'm able to move on from this and not stay stuck in one place. So,
wow, so incredibly powerful. This alone, right, just marked the beginning of your next level because you have just declared it, you expressed it. And then also, one more thing which we want to point out is that there's nothing wrong. Everything that we experienced, everything up till now, believe it or not, it's all part of the pattern. It's all part of the journey, which means your journey is so unique to you. Everything that's happened up to now is preparing you for your purpose here. Because you see, when you say that I recognize it's not working anymore, I'm ready for next level. This literally means your soul, your higher self has been guiding you and letting you know, right? There's so much more available and beyond whatever that we have been dealt with, right? Programmed to know and to feel about. So it's just so incredible. And there's a deeper meaning to this. The deeper meaning is that, someone shared that earlier, talking about we're holding the space, right? The holding the space literally means regardless of what's going on out there in the world or in the universe, because whatever the chaos that is out there is caused by us. It's we creating all of this, right? We take responsibility. And then also by recognizing that no matter how small, even one person or two people start to work on themselves, start to align with their truth, which means clearing those subconscious patterns, which is unconscious patterns, other people's programs, and start to align with their truth, live their truth, start to harmonize their life. This alone is changing the whole universe, which means by your just this simple expression, you have set the whole universe in a completely different direction. I'm telling you this because I tune into this. I know the power of this. And if you learned a lot bit about quantum physics and what they said about in the mainstream science, not only about, we're talking about the quantum physics that connected with spirituality, the mainstream scientists around the world, since 1925, right? The latest, back in 2005, we published this article in a peer-reviewed magazine called Nature, entitled "The Mental Universe" by this physicist Richard Kahn Henry. This was probably the single most incredible, exciting scientific evidence to tell us the universe is immaterial. It's not the matter that we see as we think is, oh wow, it's solid. Nothing is solid. Everything's energy. Everything is just our thoughts and mind and observations. Can you imagine? Which means your whole life, your physical body is because of your observations from here, your thoughts and your observations and your mind activities that made up this whole universe. So the moment you shift from that chaos, which is part of your life, that's the resistance, right? Because you see the 95% pulling you this way and you want to go that way. So of course, all kinds of things are bashing around each other. This is causing the universe experiencing all of this as well. The moment you start to align with your truth, as you use the word beautifully, you're feeling starting to align yourself with the truth. That's when everything starts to align. When your world starts to align, your experience and who you are as truly knowing your true power, the creator that you are. Can you imagine when you start to program yourself and live in the life you want, you become the creator, living creator in your life instead of victim. Oh my God, look at me. I'm like this. Things just happen to me. I'm just like this. Right? Most people are still, running those patterns unconsciously, but people are waking up. And this is where we are here providing the solutions. Incredibly exciting journey ahead. Right. So once you realize all of this, that's when together this world is in a beautiful place.
I totally understand what you're saying, and I related because nothing physically around me has changed. It's a mindset change, and it's all in my head. So I do understand completely.
Yeah. But again, you see, the physical stuff is at the moment, right? Because it takes some time to match as well. As you change from here, which means you shift. It's actually not about change. It's just you shift. Certain things are blocking your view. Once you remove it, you shift how you see the world naturally will shift, which means your physical reality will also change along with when you shift over here. And that's how, when we talk about creating new realities, the realities that we never even thought about it before, or even we thought about, we just only can dream of, and we could never just feel and touch and experience. So this is the exciting part, which we are actually, I'm calling myself an alchemist, which means we are really transforming something here, transforming the lead into the gold. And it's possible. Everybody can do that. Everybody, just by the intention.
Yeah, King, will you be around in April? Will you be in Dubai?
Yes. You coming to Dubai?
I might be able to meet up with you in person.
Wow! My God, so exciting! Yes, I'm looking forward to. Yes, we will have we will definitely have a huddle, physical huddle when we come here all together. Oh, so sweet. Yeah, amazing, absolutely. Yes, beautiful.
We'll stay in touch, and I'll let you know my dates and plans.
Absolutely. So looking forward to. In fact, the most important thing, this is like the theme. It should be constant in our life. Anything at all. Forget about the circumstance, because anytime we give our attention to the circumstance, you literally give power to the circumstance. So now knowing, right, there's much more effective access you can use to actually take control of your life. So then your energy always attended, right, to this part instead of the circumstance. So the circumstance is circumstance. It is what it is. That's it. We just simply acknowledge it. It is what it is. We're not going to give any attention to it. Not talking about it. Not like comparing, saying, sharing. Like, look at me. I'm like this. And that. The more we talk about that, the more we activate that. You know about this. Where our attention goes, our energy goes. You know about this, right? Right. Along with everything that we're doing, right? doing the root cause, because you see, this is absolutely the most important thing that we do. And also day-to-day life, how do we support ourselves energetically? And in the past, I shared many other tools, right? But today I want to share something which is very powerful and backed up by science and research as well. And people have been doing, this is like very simple exercises from Qigong. I don't know whether you heard of Qigong.
Wow.
Okay, Qigong is kind of like these movements with energy. You know, you heard of Tai Chi?
Yeah.
Tai Chi. Yeah, something similar to that, but I mean, not as complicated. But I mean, it could be complicated because they do all sorts of other things. But for this, with just 3 simple exercises, it will literally shift our energy field, how we feel, and then balance our energy. But again, these are the things we call like daily exercises and to maintain, manage, right? And then if this combined with the root cause treatment, which means you go back and you really clear and do that work, this has the most powerful experience for being human. This is also going to be in my book as well, which I will share. Really the whole human being experience. So then we get to have that access, and together we crack the code, because nobody showed us, right? When we came to this world, nobody gave us a menu. Even our phone, our laptop, or our washing machine all has a menu telling us, okay, this is how you do it, and this is how you make smile. For us, we just throw into the world and, you know, nobody knows anything. So now I'm providing, let's consider that a menu for being human. So then we can really.
I'm looking forward to reading it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm actually now sharing it so that I absolutely give myself deadline and get it done. I couldn't sleep last night because I was so excited. I was writing and writing. There's so many different ideas and interesting parts also. But it's incredible. It's incredible. It's kind of like putting all my knowledge together and serve the humanity.
And can we expect the book to be available?
Wow. Okay. All right. Now I'm giving timelines now. Yeah, I would say it will be the goal is to before that, but I would say by the end of this year. Let's just be safe. Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to really sharing this with the world as well. I'm so excited. If we are all okay, if you want to do it, you can just do along with me. So what we do is I will stand up, okay? Make sure that you adjust everything so you can see and stand up. And then we just do 3 simple exercises from this Qigong practice. And they have done the research about this, and then it has such amazing benefits. So it help also balancing our energy and cleansing, right? It has many wonderful functions. So now, if you're standing, so I can't see you, Salma, but you just manage yourself, okay? So what you do is this. When you're standing on the ground, you can even, if you have a mat or whatever, feel comfortable, bare feet is also great. So just stand shoulder width, okay? So as you're standing shoulder width, and relax everything, okay? Shoulders and wrists, and then also your knees. Just bend a little bit, bend your knees a little bit, so then you can find that center and tuck your belly in just a little bit also. Yeah, just relax your shoulders, your neck, and just breathe naturally and normally. So then, as we set in this beautiful place, centered, so just do a little bounce, gentle bounce from your knees, and then the whole body, you're just bouncing. And then as you're bouncing, you can just close your eyes and connect with yourself and allow the energy to realign.
So Jane, bending my knee.
Yes.
And making my belly in, right?
Yeah. Just
and
a
then
bit.
start.
Not like that too much. Yes. Yeah. Relax your shoulders, relax your wrists. Okay. So just relax everything. So then bend your knees and just do a lot of gentle bounce, just bounce. Yeah. Can you see me? You see? Yeah. So you can just close your eyes and connect with yourself. So this bounce, what it will happen is that naturally, whatever the energies in your body that's not balanced in excess, it will be balanced. It's connecting with the earth magnetic field. So it's very powerful. And I shared with my my parents, my sister, and also many other people. And when they do that, and they just love it. Afterwards, they say, "Oh, this feels so good," and they want to bounce more. So I make sure this is also kind of like in my routine. And so I just stand outside on the grass and I just bounce. And if you have time, you bounce for 5-10 minutes, or anytime, any moments you can just do like this and bounce and let the energies balance. It's wonderful, wonderful feeling. Right? Just let yourself balance and connect with yourself. So today we will not bounce for 5 minutes. I'll show you the second one. It's exactly the same stance, same thing in the bounce as well. But what we do is that we will raise our hands up like this, but relax the wrists completely. Okay, just relax the wrists completely, and still the same thing. It's still bounce, but with the hands up. So, you know, when you are lifting your hands, arms up, what happens is that, you know, naturally the blood starts to drain down and into the heart, and then you go down your body. So it has cleansing effects just by doing this. And then also there are other scientific research done on this, just by raising your hands up, simple, just raising your hands up, about 2 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes, your whole biochemistry in your body also changes. So this is how powerful it is, just by raising your hands up. Of course, you know, with this, when you are tired from your shoulders, of course, relax your shoulders, okay? So when you're tired, you just put it down and keep bouncing and rest. And then after a while, you feel good, and then you just raise up again. And just do this. Oh, it feels so good. And I felt my hands are absolutely activated. And you can feel that the power in your hands, the energy. So this is the second pose. And the third one, okay? So now let's do the third one. And it's the still same stance, right? You know, this is the stance where you are centered. Bend your knees a little bit. And even in workouts, in gym, this is what they tell us, right? And then just tuck your belly in a little bit. So in this one, the last one, what we do is that you have your right hand in front and then the left hand in front of your belly button. So right hand, like literally in front of you and in front of your forehead, and then the left hand in front of your belly button. So what would you do with this powerful stance is you will shift and change your hands. Like for example, the right hand will go down, and then you will lift up your left hand. And then your left hand up, down, and your right hand up. Slower the better, okay? And then you can also close your eyes and just feel the connection. Wow, this is incredible power, incredible energy in my palms already, in my fingers. This one is incredibly powerful. What they did in research is that they did with a group of breast cancer patients. Just by doing the simple movements, it helped them a lot in healing their cancer. So what they said is that behind this simple movement, the purpose is actually to activate the power in the energy points in our hands and also in our feet. So they said we have 6 in our hands, 6 in our feet. As we are doing this, we are literally opening up our heart, activating, energize our heart. So, as a human being, we also have this energy field acting like a torus, which means like in a clockwise kind of vortex direction, but it's coming from the head going down and then coming from the head going down, kind of like this. So as we are doing this, we are literally facilitating this energy move. We are directing how we want the energy move. So as you are tuning into this, so naturally, because the heart is the center of this torus, right, for being human. So then we are literally facilitating this, activating, energizing, and you just carry on, keep doing it for as long as you want. And this is so simple and so easy, right? And then you can literally change and shift and then also purify your energy field and how you feel about it. It's incredible energizing. So when you are done with this, you just gently stand up and just relax. And now for the lady, you just put your right hand on your belly button and then put your left hand on top of your right hand. Okay, and then do a couple of relaxed deep breaths. And we seal the practice. And we still have our eyes closed. And when we are done, so now you can just rub your hands together and create that warmth, feel that energy, and then put on your eyes and on your face. Feel that energy bath. That feels so good. So feel that, right? Feel this, how powerful it is. And you just feel so energized and so incredibly easy and simple steps. And yeah, feel free to keep doing it and practicing and incorporating in your life. Very powerful.
Breathing exercises really help as well.
Yes, exactly. So the breath is life, right? So energy is life, breath is life.
So I find that I've always been a very anxious person, and breathing exercises really help me to relax. So yeah, I would like to focus on that.
Awesome, great. Do you have anything that you specifically do, or you have any requests? What kind of breath work you doing, or yoga breathing?
I'm not doing anything specifically, but it helps to just really breathe deeply and do it intentionally. It really does help my body to relax.
Okay, awesome, got it. Yeah, next week, if you come, let's do the focus on breathing. This is a beautiful suggestion. What do you think, Salma?
Amazing.
Awesome. So there are many different ways of breathing. Okay, so maybe we can showcase a few next week. Some very powerful ones, very simple. I think the simple, easy ones, it's easy for us to incorporate in life, right? So we'll start with those. And then as we go along, we will discover more. There's so many very powerful, very wonderful ones as well. All right, so any other thoughts, any other comments? We're coming to conclusion for this beautiful call today.
That was quick.
Awesome.
No, I'm good. I'm looking forward to meeting in person and chatting.
Oh, same here. This is so good. Where did it go? I wanted to see that smiley face with the 2 hearts in the eyes. So looking forward to, yeah. We'll have a big hug.
Right.
Even right now, we're sending virtually big hugs to all of you. And then also all of them, the others who are in the group, who are not here, but we are holding the space for them. Not only for them, we are holding the space for the whole humanity. And this is what we're here to do. Okay, the intention is the key. We're creating that field. So thank you so much. Wow,
Thank you.
so beautiful. I just really, for a moment, tuned in
Thank
and
you.
felt the beautiful souls that you are. So great.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you so
Thank
much.
you, Tom.
Thank you, Sama.
Bye. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Enjoy.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.